Hey everyone, welcome to another video. It is me, Desiree, and I'm back in my front room. Thought I would switch up the background a little bit. And I thought today I would take you on a little tour of my windowsills. I have 3 windowsills that have a bunch of plants living on them, and I thought it would just be kind of fun to show you those plants. Oddly enough, I have 2 cameras. The one I'm filming on, I also have another camera, but I'm having the hardest time filming in front of a lit window. Like it's just messing with the lighting so bad, and I don't have the patience to adjust it. So gonna film it on my phone. I noticed my phone films perfectly fine in bright light. So let's start in my room where I film at. I'm gonna show you all the plants in there. Then we're gonna move into the living room, show you all the plants living on those windowsills in there. And yeah, hopefully you enjoy. All right, we're gonna start in here in my room. Here's my shelf full of alocasias. But right up here on the windowsill, of course, it's a bunch of cactus and succulents. Let me just give you one quick little overview. But let's start. Ooh, I really should have cleaned this. I went around and cleaned every single windowsill in my house this morning, and I didn't clean this one. You know what? It's real life. It's okay. Over here in the corner, right over here on the end, I have a little unnamed succulent. It looks like an echeveria of some sort. I got it at Trader Joe's. This one right next to it, I have this donkey tail succulent. It does have another little plant growing inside of it, but I think it's super cool. I wanted one of those big giant hanging baskets of that one, but I don't have room for it, and I'm happy with the small one. Next to that right there is the string of pearls. I adore this plant. One of my absolute favorites, and I can't believe I actually got the care down for it now, because I want to buy them all the time. Next to it here is one of my pride and joys. I never talk about this plant. It's another donkey tail, but they're different varieties. Like that one's that really like long, slender leaf. This one's that really tight, compact kind of blue-green one. I freaking love this plant. It loves it here in the window. It gets tons of bright light throughout the day, and none of the little beads fall off. And I think it's because of the lighting situation. I mean, maybe it will eventually in time, but right now, oh, this plant just takes my breath away. It's so beautiful. Down here we have my, this is the little, what is it? Variegated string of hearts, string of pearls. What am I talking about? Variegated string of pearls. I bought on Etsy. And then this one back here, I don't know what that one's called. A little succulent, but I love it. It needs water. It's looking very pruny. I almost threw this away, and my boyfriend kind of talked me into keeping it because I don't know, I felt bad for the plant, I guess. And then next to it, I have another variegated string of pearls. I absolutely adore this plant. It looks like it needs water as well. I might give it some water after this video, but this is the one I bought locally, and I love it. It's doing great. I can't wait to see what it does this summer. This one up here is my Senecio blue chalk sticks. I got this in a mystery box. I know a lot of people, I've mentioned this in videos before. It's very stretched out. I like it that way. I think it looks very, very cool, and I can't bring myself to cut it. This one right here is a plant I honestly always forget that I have. Let me move this one out of the way. I think it's a string of fish hooks, because on the label it says fish hooks or bananas, but I think it looks like the fish hook one. I honestly forget I always have it because it kind of just sits here and lives life. The ends of the leaves are looking a little scraggly. I might cut those off, to be honest, and kind of just give it a little rejuvenation prune. But I really like this. It's kind of wild and cool. I seriously can't believe it's doing well, but I think it's because I put it in that spot and I never move it. Right over here we have the saddest looking kalanchoe you've ever seen in your life. Let me move here. This was my first ever plant that I've ever had, and my boyfriend got this for me for Valentine's Day. It was like in full bloom and stuff when I first got it, but I can't bring myself to let it go, although it's kind of just sad looking. Here is another donkey tail succulent. It's another just different variety. Again, I wanted the big hanging basket, but I don't have room for that. And especially because it needs so much light, I don't have that many spaces in my house that have that much bright light. So I bought the really small one, and I think it's so cute. This over here is another one of my pride and joys, another string of pearls. This is just the regular version. This is just a mess and I love it. It's so gorgeous, grows and grows and grows. And I'm so happy with this plant. It's so proud of myself for getting the care down. And then over here, two other succulents. I don't know what either of these are called, but I feel like they're crassulas of some sort. I really like this one a lot because it grows like a rosette right at the tip. It's so pretty. And then this one here, I just love because it looks like long worms in a pot. Again, I don't know what it's called, but it's some sort of crassula, I'm guessing. Like, look how cool that looks, like a worm. All right, those are all the plants that are in this room here on this sill. Let me take you now into the living room. All right, again with a lot of succulents and cactus. I mean, those are the plants that really love the windowsill. So in the back right there, I have a pine cone cactus, I think. I don't know the names of all of these. I'm just going to kind of describe them by the color. Ow. This one here is a bishop's cap astrophytum, I think. I don't know. I saw this posted on Rem's nursery. It's a nursery here where I live. And they posted it on Instagram and I went the moment they opened to buy it. This one here is a little unnamed guy. I think he's so cute. I just rotated it because it was leaning towards the window. So I moved it this way. I don't know what it's called, but I think he's super cute. I bought this online from, there's this store we used to have here called Plant Me Later, and they closed, and the owner was still selling plants, so I met up at her house because I bought some on Instagram, and that's one of them. I don't know what this one's called either. I found this at Home Depot, I think, or Lowe's for a couple bucks. It's grown a lot since I've had it, and I like how tightly, like, packed the spines are around this one. But having them like that, it makes it really difficult to tell when it needs water, because normally I go by how like pruny the plant looks, and when you can't tell what the plant looks like, it's kind of difficult, but I just kind of guess. This is another one, I don't know the name of it. Another unnamed one I got at Lowe's. They had a bunch during the summer that were super cute. This one has grown a lot, and every time I water it, it seems like it just puffs out more and more. Again, I don't know the name of any of these. This tall, flat one, again, I'm pretty sure I got this at Lowe's. I just loved these three long, flat paddles in the pot. It's growing this little arm here, and I don't know if I like it because I like the way the three just kind of look that way. This is another one here. Some of these, I'm going to find the names and put them on the screen if I can. This is one I bought from Cactus Club online. I just think it's so cute and dangerous looking. That one right there is a paper spine cactus, and it's a little just a piece of a plant I found. I guess I found it kind of on the floor at Osuna Nursery, and I was buying another plant, so I just put it in the plant that I was buying, and it's doing good. It's growing little roots and everything, except the other day I accidentally dropped it on the floor and it didn't break, but all the soil fell out. This one here is a domino cactus. I have two of these. You know, this is one I do regret buying just because I didn't need a second one. But it's growing a flower, and the flowers grow kind of furry, and it's so funny looking. That one back there, I think, is an astrophytum called Capricorn. Ooh, this one puffed up really nice. I just watered this. It was looking deflated like an old prune, and I felt so bad. Oh, that feels so much better. It was deflated like a deflated old basketball, and it is doing so well. It puffed up so nice. I'm so happy. This has grown this and this since I've had it, as well as that little piece. You can tell they're like brand new, bright green. I think this is so freaking cute. I love how like it has like spines for some reason, but they're not even in any rhyme or reason. I think it's cool. This is one of those cactuses, like the old man in the Andes or something cactus. This has grown a lot since I've had it. Like that whole slender part at the top is new. I think it's really fun and kind of just a cool little plant. This is a succulent that I don't know the name of, but I think it's very cool. Got this on clearance at Lowe's last year when they were, you know, end of summer kind of clear out type of thing. It's grown a lot since I've had it. It's got these beautiful scalloped edges. I just like it a lot. You know, it has some nice furriness to it, and it just has a lot going for it that I love. And then this here is my OG chunky cactus. I think this was the first cactus I ever bought, and I bought this at Smith's. I think it was the year before last. They had a big display of cactus and succulents come in, and I was like, oh my God, beside myself. I didn't buy a lot because back then I didn't really appreciate cactus the way I do now, but this is one I bought. I love the way it looks in this pot. Yeah, he's a cutie. So yeah, quick little overview. Now let's head to the other window. Okay, this is the back window. This one gets south-facing light all day. It's so good. Right now, it's really like the sun's in that kind of perfect spot in the sky where there's shadows here. So perfect time to film. Right here, we have another one of my pride and joys. This is a cuddly cactus from... who the heck is this from? Wild Interiors. It was this big when I got it, and it has grown all of this in a year, and it's so pretty. They do call this cuddly cactus because they cut all the spines off before they sell it. Just keep in mind, as it grows, the new growth is going to grow with spines in it, so just keep that in mind. Right here I have the old booby cactus. I'm super happy with this. It's super cute. I do want to repot it though. I don't remember what this one's called. I don't even know what it is. If it's a cactus, I mean, it's a succulent of some sort. I don't know. It's just a little weirdo. This is some sort of opuntia. No, you know what? This is the first cactus I ever purchased. And it's getting the most beautiful sun stressing. I don't think it's going to show as vibrant on camera. Oh, there we go. It's super pink on the other side. It's so cool. I don't know why that piece there grew like curled up, but I let this plant go without water for way too long, and I think sometimes it kind of suffers, but it's very cute. This here is one of my absolute favorite plants. It's a succulent. I just end up calling it the ravioli plant because it has these really nice like crimped edges, like a nice ravioli. It has these fuzzy little stems in there. It's so cool. This one also has just a lot going for it, and I love it. This is a newer purchase for me. I bought this at Lowe's recently. It's just like a big chunky guy. I don't know. I bought it, I put it back, picked it up, put it back, and then went back and got it because I kept thinking about it. He's cute. Right here, whoops, get out of the way, Monstera. Right here we have another domino cactus that has a little bloom coming out. See, I didn't need to buy the other one because I already had this one, but for some reason, like, I genuinely don't even remember buying that one, but I have two. What are you gonna do? Over here is another one of my pride and joys, my lithops. I did a whole video on these and how I care for them, and if you watched that video, like, look how big they are now. They just keep growing and growing and growing. All these new pieces like popped out. They're so cool. They're hard as a rock. They're fun. Just a fun, weird plant that, I don't know. He's cool. This one, I want to say... Let me go on the other side. This Monstera is in the way. There we go. This one here, I don't know, probably some sort of opuntia again. I think this one needs water. This is one that I kind of regret buying as well. I don't know why. I don't know. He's okay. I mean, it's cute, but not one that I would miss if I lost it, you know? This one here, I don't know the name of. This one was part of a birthday gift from last year, and I do like it. It's a cactus I probably wouldn't have bought for myself, but I have learned to love it. This here is another little grouping of pinecone cactus. There is one with some spines coming in, so it's like gonna be a paper spine. I think this one needs water too. I just feel like when it gets really, really wrinkled like that and almost smashed looking, it kind of really needs water. But it's growing a lot. Like, it put out this whole piece here, another piece there. All those spines grew as well, which is pretty cool. I like that one a lot. I don't know what the name of this one is, but I saw it at the grocery store and I couldn't stop thinking about it, and I went back and got it the next day. And then just a couple days later, I found one that was like this tall at Home Depot for maybe a third of the price. So this right here is a lesson to me to not impulsively buy the plant the first time you see it, because you're always going to find a cheaper one, bigger and better. This is one of that I love. I don't know what it's called, but it was sold for Halloween. It had like a brain planter. It just obviously looks kind of like a brain. And I really like this a lot. It's not planted in here because this doesn't have a drainage hole or anything, but I don't know. Drainage holes are not overrated, but you can grow a plant without a drainage hole. It's fine. I kind of just sat it in here because I just hated the pot that it was in, and it was way too tight for this plant because it's grown so much since I've had it. And every time I water it, it just like gets bigger. It's such a nice plant. But again, it's one of those ones that has the spine so tightly, you know, compacted on the plant that I can't tell when it needs water. So I just kind of touch it and see when it's a little bendy. I don't know. Kind of play it by ear with that one. This is a plant that I love. It's like called Blue Candle or something. It's a cactus. It's just sitting inside of this pot here. It has this really cool blue coloring on it that if you touch it, it will go away. So if you got some blue on your plant, try not to touch it a lot. This is one here that I kind of regret buying. I was out shopping with my boyfriend and his sister and her husband, and we were all at the nursery, and I picked this up right away, but for some reason I wanted to put it back, but I couldn't just say I don't want it. I don't know what it was. It was one of those I don't know. It was just a weird day. It was something I genuinely just wanted to carry around with me so I could like get it out of my system, and then I would put it back like I do with a lot of plants. But for some reason, I couldn't go put it back. I felt embarrassed or something. So I bought it. And although I do like it, it was $20. I mean, for a cactus, I mean, it's fine. But I don't know. I like it a lot. It's nice. It has a lot of the blue stuff on it. It's got some fur. It's got nice design on it. Maybe if I repot it, I'll love it more. But it just kind of reminds me on how I couldn't just say I don't want it. I don't know. Kind of dumb. This is a little cutie I got at Lowe's. I'm sure of it. I don't know what it's called. Cactus with the straw flower. It started growing all these new little spines off the top. It's so darling. I like this a lot because it looks like a fake cactus. Like the way you would draw a cactus in like a cartoon, that this is what it looks like. And I think it's so cute. Here is a succulent that some leaves fell off, and look at them, they're growing down their roots. That's so cool. Gotta take off these dead. Ooh, they just fell right off. I don't know what this one's called. Some sort of echeveria. It's very pretty. I really like this one a lot, and I think it looks cool because it's starting to look like a tree, like a palm tree or something. Right over here we have a what is this called? What's that one it's not a cactus. It starts with an E. It's an, I'll think of it. But I think they also call this one the African milk tree or something. I did take this one out because it rotted out, and it was growing in water for probably a year, and it was doing really well. And then I dropped this on the ground, so now it's just kind of sitting in here, the poor thing. I should probably try to pot it back in here, but this has grown a lot since I had it in direct sun. Like these parts grew all up here, and this one I had in the shade and it didn't do anything. So give your cactus some light, it will grow for you. What the heck is this called? I don't remember. Euphorbia. It's a euphorbia. Really pretty. It's got this really nice like pink coloring on it. And then over here in the corner I have one of these I don't know what it's called, a pencil cactus or something. It looks like it has cucumbers on the side of it. No, it's not a cactus, it's a succulent. And I have no clue how to take care of it. I never know when it needs water. So if you have one, give me your tips, please. And then this other windowsill just has one plant sitting on it. This beautiful succulent. And honestly, I only bought this succulent because I wanted this pot and it was on clearance. But for some reason, the plant just took off. It's growing a lot. It grew all this new little piece here. And it's just really doing well here in this window. So I just kind of keep it there. So that's that. Hopefully you enjoyed this little plant tour. I know most of them are all like succulents and cactus and stuff, but I never thought I would love plants like that. But I'm glad I have some bright enough spots in my house. Obviously they're all next to the window, but I'm glad I have some of those spots anyway to kind of grow those plants and see them thrive. And they're actually a lot more fun and cute and cool than I thought that kind of plant was going to be. But anyway, that is it. Thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know what some of your favorite plants were that you saw today. Let me know some plants you have living on your windowsills. I would love to know. But that is it. Thank you so much for watching this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe so you don't miss the next one, and I will see you later in another video. Goodbye.